Hey guys, so sorry if you hear the fan. It's a bit loud. The accommodations doesn't have the aircon yet on, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Anyways, I want to do a haul, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like individual like review videos on these things right now for just because I have like every time I like play around with these figures because it's figures, and every time I play around with them it's so finicky, and honestly I'm just like, do I want to put the effort to make another video? And it's like, yes I do, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I get like super annoyed like playing around with like it and just like trying to figure out stuff. So I have technically opened these all, but I thought I would show you guys a haul of it and then maybe later on do individual reviews when I get the time and chance to do that. But yeah. Anyways, oh, these are like quite pricey. So before anyone in the comments is like, because I saw a review video on like one of these, and then some person was like, oh, what a shocker, you know, like you're saying that it's super expensive, blah blah blah, this company. I would like to let you guys know, like, even like for review videos, I feel like they're not just for people who know the products already, but it's also for people who are new to like collecting and stuff like that. So yeah, that's probably why people list prices when they're talking about the review, like reviewing a figure, and they also want to like basically tell people like, oh, is it affordable, what range it is, and stuff like that. So yeah, so first thing I bought a long while ago, but it's the Cloud Final Fantasy VII remake version of the Adorable Arts, which is like a chibi version. Now I did see I paid $100 for this, but I did see Aerith. I think online on Amazon, I did see Tifa, and I also saw Zack. I'm not too sure. I think I saw a Noctis somewhere, but I'm not too sure how many like Final Fantasy characters they have in this like chibi adorable arts thing. But I bought Cloud only because he is my favorite character. This is the remake version. I don't know if that means there's like another version that's like not the remake, or if they just made this line for remake specifically, because I'm not too well aware of like the stuff that like Square Enix has. The number one issue with pricing, I would say, is just because Square Enix monopolizes all their products. Basically they want to do like the what is it, the Bring Arts guy to like sell their products basically, and because of that they have monopoly over their like characters. And the only time I've ever seen like a band presto was like this small statue of like Sora from Kingdom Hearts, which is also owned by Square Enix as well. But yeah, because they don't sell off like rights to like other companies to make like figures and stuff like that, they basically monopolize over the pricing, so they get to basically charge how much they want to, because they're not giving it like to affordable companies, so they're not like feeling any competition when it comes to making their stuff. I think that also there's like good and bad things about it, I would say, but I would say the number one bad thing is that you're not gonna find like super affordable figures when it comes to like Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. I think Cloud is probably like the most popular in terms of Final Fantasy, because I remember Smash Brothers, they had Cloud, and I think he's basically the face of Final Fantasy when you think about it, because normally, even for people who aren't like huge fans, but they know of Final Fantasy or heard of Final Fantasy, I think Cloud is like one of the characters like you're probably gonna think about him first. But yeah, that's probably why he's quite pricey to like buy stuff from, because I did see, so this one was 100, but $100 Canadian. But I did see on Amazon Aerith and Zach and Tifa. I think they are a bit cheaper. Like one of them was like 70-80 bucks. So I think Cloud is probably the most expensive for like out of all of them. But yeah, anyways, that's probably the problem with the pricing in general. But I really wanted to buy this. Also, I would say if you wanted these characters, this is probably the cheapest one because it is only $100, and the rest you can buy for a little bit less on Amazon. But yeah, I think Cloud may be more expensive and hard to find sometimes just because of his popularity, but I did manage to find one, so I purchased it. And then this one, we have the Bring Arts action figure Final Fantasy of Cloud. I don't think this is the remake one. I think this is the older one because the back has like a photo that's like more black and whitish, I guess. But yeah, so anyways, I looked up online. I bought this on Amazon for like $130 roughly. But anyways, I looked up online, and this was sold by Amazon, and basically I went online and saw like how do you tell if the box is like genuine and stuff like that, because there are fakes of these going around, especially for Bring Arts. And then also if you're buying anime figures, it would be like for Figma figures. I think there's also fakes. So in terms of like these type of things, you just have to be careful. But basically the photo has to be clear on like the boxes, and there will be, I think another one is like the holographic sticker. The logo of Bring Arts like should be on the box, and then also there's a serial number. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like engraved on the box basically, but it's like there. But basically if it doesn't have that serial number, like the number for it, then it's probably not genuine. So it seems like this one is for real for this type of figure. And then I got more, which is more expensive, but my dad ended up buying this for me because a while ago, it was my birthday. I'm gonna say a long while ago because by the time you guys see this, it's way past. But he purchased this for my birthday, and then I didn't get around to like showing it in a video just because like I was just waiting like if I should do one or not. But yeah, so this one is a Play Arts, and it's the Final Fantasy remake of Red 13, which is this guy over here. Super cute. I bought this from Panda Hobby, so it's $264.99. There is like because it's being sold by a company like Panda Hobby, that means there is a little bit of a markup because they need to make profit for like what they sell. So this probably is more expensive than what it looks like on the actual like website itself. However, I did look on the website, and apparently this is sold out, especially the Square Enix website. So they like to do this, I would call it a bit annoying, but it's an annoying thing where some Japanese companies, they like to make rarities. Basically, they say, I will make this amount of items, and then they will tell people, like consumers and customers, like, oh, there's only going to be like this certain amount of items of this product, and then that will get you into this mindset, I need to buy it right away, and then you go and purchase it, and then later on they will re-release it, and it's like they do technically make enough, it's just they're making it that you would have to you basically worry that it's gonna sell out and then you're gonna buy it. So yeah, I saw on their website, yeah, it seems like they are sold out, but apparently according to my brother, they do re-releases of these figures that they have made already, but I don't know how often they do it. So that's my only concern. Like, if you want to purchase one, I don't know like how often they're actually going to like have it in stock. And I think it's a thing just to make it seem like it's rare, and then you have to like buy it right away when you see it in stock, or else you're gonna think that it's gonna sell out, that type of thing. It's kind of not really good for the consumers, because we have to like, we'll be like rushing to buy something. So yeah, but I finally got my hands on, like, I didn't think I was gonna get this, but then my dad was like, I'll just buy it for you. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, it's nice that I saw it in the store. I think for the most part, in terms of like telling if it's real for these big boxes, all I know is that it has this logo for the what is it? I keep forgetting, the Play Arts, and then also the Play Arts, like the holographic sticker over here. That's normally how you tell it's authentic for these ones. It does have like an engraved serial number too on here. It's hard to see, but there is one there too. So I think that's how you tell that it's genuine. Did see pictures sometimes with fakes. They don't even have this logo on it. So if you don't see it, it's not real. But I'm not going to open it all the way, but this is basically what it looks like. He's so pretty. The only thing is, for this price, you're not really getting anything extra. It's literally just Red 13. So my brother was talking to me about this because he likes collecting figures too, but he was like, in terms of like Figma figures or like Hot Toys, you probably get more accessories when it comes to like, you can change out like face plates and like also like their arms, their legs, their hands, and like different things. As for Play Arts, they don't really give you so much to work with. So in terms of pricing, I think that overall like is kind of an issue. You're more so just paying for a big figure and that's it. So yeah, but the thing is, since they monopolized over selling, like in terms of Square Enix just having them make it alone, like their figures, and no other company being able to like make their characters into figures, this is the type of thing that like you have to deal with. Like, there's no other competition, there's not really any other option you have, and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, I'm excited because this is my first like huge figure that I've ever had. It's quite pricey. I normally don't buy figures in that range. Actually, my first time buying figures, besides like Transformers when I was younger, because I used to collect Transformers, but other than that, I didn't really buy figures until like when I had my first job, which was at Miniso, and like I would like, it's not until a couple years in, and then I bought like McFarlane toy figures, like the what is it, the My Hero ones, and those are my favorite because they're $30 and yet they're all posable. If you buy like a $30 like the Ben Presto statues, which I do buy, but I normally say they're not my super favorite thing to buy, but I do have a bunch of them. It's just because I wanted like specific characters. But overall, the reason why I say they're not like my favorite is because I don't know, like $30 for something that's just like a statue that's not posable. Meanwhile, you could have bought something that was $30 and articulate. Like, to me, the articulation means something because you get to pose them how you want, and also the joints make up for the price basically. But as for like a statue, you can't really like do much besides just put it there. So yeah, there's certain things that I like in terms of like figures versus statues. So yeah, but I'm kind of excited because these are like expensive. So it's my first time like having something like this. I never thought I would collect them. I know my brother has some Final Fantasy figures, but in general he would probably always have more than me because I typically only go for specific characters. Like now I only like Cloud, right? But the only other one that I want is like not Final Fantasy 7, but it's a different game. It's Torgal, which is the wolf, and then I also want a Chocobo figure, but I think those ones are harder to find, so eventually I will go look. But yeah, I only want those things because I got so many of Cloud now. The last Cloud that I have is this one. He was $200 and something. I think he was a little bit like 280 something. He was more expensive than Red 13. I did buy it on Amazon and it is a legit one. So I'm really happy about that. It does have the sticker, the logo. The pictures look clear, so yeah. And then the bottom does have like the serial number engraved, so looks fine. There was a first version. This is actually a second version. So I looked at the first version, like pictures, because someone did a side-by-side comparison on a website. Basically, they were talking about how it looked. His face for like the first version looked a bit chunkier. It wasn't like well defined. Like I feel like because Cloud is more like one of like the pretty characters, he definitely had more of like a less pretty face for like the first version. This one is like they kind of defined it more, had like a sleeker like chin and everything. So yeah, and then they kind of changed how the hair was as well, like how it looked and like the materials and stuff like that. I did open this one. It was really nice, so maybe I will do a review eventually. But yeah. But here's Cloud. Comes with the Cloudbuster sword, and then he has 6 extra hands and this peg for his sword if you want to put it in the back. This one is so pretty. Sorry, I just keep looking at the camera because I don't know like if you guys can see it. But yeah, this one is so pretty. I was really excited about this because when I took it out of the box, I will say like it feels so strange because I'm so used to just like the plastics like just being like cheap plastics, but like this one feels like half like a delicate plastic but also half like doll plastic, which is a little bit durable. It feels so weird. It feels like a mixture of like different figures that I would have, and it just feels really good for the quality. But in general, I think there is one thing that people complain about, which is the joints of the plate arts. Even though you're paying this much money, it does tend to be the joints aren't good and they're easy to break. So this is something I have to kind of worry about as I'm going through them. But yeah, I will maybe talk more about that type of stuff if I do a review. But yeah, the final thing, which isn't Final Fantasy, but I really did want a Sora figure. So Kingdom Hearts, I got a Sora figure. This one was the last one in the Panda Hobby store, so I picked it up as fast as I could when I saw it. But basically, regular Sora is super expensive and super hard to find. So this was actually cheaper for some reason. I don't know why the Pirates one is cheaper, like the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora Pirates of the Caribbean version. He's cheaper, and if you go for like a regular Sora, I think you are paying. Some people like scalp him like crazy, and I think because he is the main character and super popular, he does sell out fast and stuff like that. So I ended up just buying this right now. There is a supposed cheaper version of Sora, because what is it? Because I do have an Axel, and he was like a cheaper one. I think it's made by another brand or something, but it's an older figure, so that's why it's cheaper. So I might look into that, because sometimes people on eBay sell those for cheaper, so I might be able to get a regular Sora. The only thing with this though is it is not to scale. Like, I think it might be to scale with 7-inch, and it's Bring Arts, but this guy is like 6 point something inches, so he's not even fully 7 inches, so he's actually like the same height as this Sora. So the only problem I have in terms of these figures is that this guy isn't to scale with my 7-inch figures, because all my McFarlane toys are 7 inches. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. I'll probably maybe do reviews like later on, but I just wanted to show you guys like the haul. This one does come with quite a bit of stuff though. For like the price, it's really good. What else? Yeah, I probably won't buy like any more of these unless I see like a Torgal or a Chocobo, but none of the other characters are really a favorite of mine, so that's why I only wanted like Cloud and then Red 13. So yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say about it. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm thinking whether or not I should even do review videos for them because they take so long to finish with, but I think I will eventually. I'll get around to it. It just takes time. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!